Hello everyone, doing my last feedback cover now, because my rest of my decks, they're actually getting support in the upcoming V collection, so I'm going to hold off on those to do the fully upgraded version. So yeah, doing my machining deck, which we're going to start with the grade 3 because we actually don't run Spark Cookies anymore because we run this. Machining Black Saturn. He doesn't have the second blade as him, but his first blade is pretty much the same as Spark Hercules, except it's a little the cost is different, it's a little bit different. Calibus and Soul Blast 1, so not Calibus 2, it's Calibus 1, Soul Blast 1. So less Calibus, so that's a little good. That's good. We do be more careful about Soul, but if you ride almost every turn and use other abilities, you should be fine. Choose 5 of your rears and stand them. So if you do your self-rest shenanigans, or I know some people run Stag Beetle by calling a rest, you can just restand them. And at the end, those units get plus 5k, and this unit gets plus 1 drive. Then choose one of your opponent's vanguards, and it gets minus 1 drive on turn until your opponent's next turn. So pretty much, you probably have all your rear guards. You gain extra drive, and unless your opponent is able to ride, they can have only 1 drive check if they were on grade 3. If they're in grade 2 and they're stuck, then they will have no drive checks, which is actually pretty good. Like, Sparkle's minus 5k to everything was nice, but like the drive actually kind of minuses your opponent, and you're plusing with the extra drive, so pretty much you're drawing more cards now. Yeah. And then our next grade 3 is for Machining Meteor Bullet. First ability is if you have 5 or more rear guards, doesn't have to be all machinings, but pretty much all machinings, all your machinings get boost. So this gets boost, everything. If you have this on rear, if you have Black Saturn on rear, he gets boost. Every single thing that has a machine name has boost. Also, his ability act once per turn. Rest one of your other rear guards with machine in its name, and this unit gets plus 10 until end of turn. So it's a 13k attacker or booster if you have its ability active. No, 23, which is pretty powerful. On attack, they need. No, 22. Not 23. So that they need to need a 15k yard, which is pretty good. And our last grade 2 is 2. I'm in grade 3. Machining Ornamental. 1 place, rest all other rear guards, not only yours, but everyone's. Resolve one of the following effects, but if you solve as a grade 3 machining as this is happening, you resolve both instead of 1. First ability is choose all rest of rear guards, and they get plus 5k until their turn. So that helps combos with our main guy, who already pumps up all our machining rear guards, but this must even more. Our ability is your opponent can always send up to 2 units during his stand phase. So forcing your opponent to choose what to stand and limiting their attacks during their turn, which is pretty nice, yeah. So there were these. Now, starting off the grade 2s, we got actually a card from the collection 3-4, which is Machining Armor Beetle. He's actually like he wasn't meant for machinings, but he is amazing in machinings. Let me just say that. When we talk about a certain card, you'll know why he's amazing. First act, once per turn, so rest one of your other rear guards, so he can rest himself. Because of our self-rest theme, and we can reset him with Black Saturn. It's not a big of the cost. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards rested, and that unit can ascend during the next attack phase, and this unit gets plus 6k. So it becomes a 15K heat beater. So that's pretty good. But that's not all the way. He has continuous. When this unit is in rest, all your opponent's rear guards in the same column as this unit lose intercept and boost and cannot gain those skills. So against certain decks, that can be if they need a certain thing to boost or intercept, that really punishes them. And I don't remember the rule. I remember, but I think as it attacks, it rest of the missing column it's attacking cannot intercept. So it's a good, possibly first attacker. Yeah. Now we still run the staple in machinings for Machine Skyhorn because of its first ability. One place from hand, look at top 6 cards of your deck for a non-grade 2 machining, so a grade 1 or grade 3. Compared to other top exercises, it's not the best because it cannot target grade 2s, but still, it's still pretty good. But instead of the discard cost, I mean, because it says you look at top 6 for machining, it's not grade 2. Out of your hand, and if you put the card, then you put a card from your hand into your soul, not this card. So that actually fills your resources. So soul costs for Black Saturn and other cards are really good. Time soul costs. It has also its act once part of soul plus 1 and rest one of your machining rear guards. And choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and it cannot stand during their next time phase. So paralyzing, another paralyzing card. So we have 8 cards that can paralyze. No, 10 including ornamental, but 8 more efficient way, 8 really effective ones. Yeah. And our last grade 2s is we run 3 Machining Mantis. He's one of the oldest V cards for Magic Colony, so most of you know him, but if you don't know him, he says, one place, combos 1, look at top 6 of your deck, reveal out the 1 grade 3 from among them, then you have, show your deck, and this unit gets plus 6 until the end of turn. So looking for a grade 3, so basically you want to look for your Black Saturn and Meteor Bullets, so you can guarantee those to get them on the field. So yeah. Everyone's, and this is like a staple machining, and it was printed as a comment, so you should be all the extra rise. Machining Cybister. It says when rested by your card's ability, so Meteor Bullet, Ornamental, Armor Beetle, and Scatterhorn all trigger this, which we run 4 of each of those, so that's 16 cards that can help trigger this. Look at top 3 cards of your deck. Call to one machine from among them and put the rest in the bottom deck in order. And then, display cannot be used by a card with the same name. So it's a hard one per turn. So as soon as you do this, none of your others will trigger. So you have to be. So yeah. Still, look top 3. Sure, machining. Call 1. Rest at the bottom. Just. Because you want to rush your riggers anyway, you get to call a lot of cool stuff. So yeah. Then we have 4 Machining Hornet. Vanguard Rearguard Circle. When an attack hits, or attack get boosted hits, look at top 6. Card your deck, reveal the 1 grade 3, put in your hand, and shuffle your deck. And if this is some rear guard, when the skill activates, you put in your soul. So I'm waiting for soul. So our soul cost pretty good. And our grade 3 service, so similar deal to Mantis. Doesn't get this, it's on hit, not on blaze, so the ain't going to soul. How much our soul cost, like I said, so yeah. Then our last grade 1 is we have Machining Lady Bomber. When placed, all plus on rest this unit. choose any number of your any of all fire's rear guards and rest them. And then if your opponent has 3 or less rear guards, you countercharge one. So potential countercharge if they have low rear guards. That's good for early game possibly. And also resting all your opponent's rear guards. So because Scatterhorn, is paralyzed, doesn't rest the card. It just paralyzes it. So helps get multiple paralyzes in turn. And like I said, and yeah, like it's just machining. You could call it, you can search it with Scatterhorn, call it with Cyberster. Until we get better machining grade 1s, it's like the best we have. But yeah, those are the things. Now we'll go with the triggers. We run 8 critical triggers. We can get big columns. We can get like a 50k rear guard column. So with meteor bullets, so having crits help make those rear guard columns, and also with our extra drive, we can check crits easier. So yeah, 4 drop PGs. PG, easy, guaranteed to block attack, and draw triggers so that draw into more of a rate 3 and more of what we want. So yeah. Then our heal guard. If you know what heal guard does, when it's placed on guarding from hand, if you did not ride grade 3 yet this game, choose one of your vanguards. It gets 10k returns, good against multi attack, or one of your opponent's units gets -2 until the end of the battle. So good against like a very vanguard centric attack. So yeah. And other abilities when placed on rear from hand, if your damage zone is 0 cards, put top card deck and damage themselves. So if you want damage dying, do that. And now our starter is Machining Worker Ant. It's a machining deck, so obviously we would choose the machining starter. So yeah. And I'm gonna talk a little because the gift he usually uses for a Protect 1 because it's extra PGs in deck. Easy to defend. And also they can be discard fodder, in a way. We don't have any discard costs, but well, we do kind of with Scatterhorn, so it can be soul targets. Or it could be this for RPGs or Protect Marks. So yeah, that's just a proposal. And like I said, it'll be a few weeks or so before I do my next one, because I'm waiting to get for a couple decks for the set 5-6 cards. Hope you guys liked it. I see you guys next time.